Welcome to another webisode of the Mystic Adventures of Wizard101. I'm so grateful to have you guys here today where you get to watch me, the Mystic Hillbilly, play through Wizard101 with our myth wizard, Abigail Zenwalker. So, we are in Aquila. We're doing side worlds right now before we catch up with the main quest worlds. And, oh my goodness, I just want to let you guys know what is up today, because my main camera is not working, it's not hooking up, and I don't feel like troubleshooting it too much. I just want to get to the gameplay, right? Don't we all? So, yeah, you guys, I'm on my gritty webcam camera, so it is what it is, and it is what it is. So, we're just going to enjoy it and see where it goes, and I'm excited to get started today and see what Aquila... I think we're going to get to do the second one in Aquila, and I did learn my lesson last time. We don't get to team up until we've at least attempted to go through it once. I can buy crown minions, but no team up. But I'm excited to get started today, and that is no lie. Alright, here we are with Abigail Zenwalker. I'm so excited to get started. Let's go. Alright, she's level 39, and she's been in the arena because I've been beast mooning. And I think the beast moon is over. It's over. Good times, though. I think we're going to have to grab our mount. Well, no, we should just go on home. So we got to tend to our garden and get our daily quest done anyway before we move on. So let's do the thing. Here we go. Oh, look, tending to our garden was easy today. Easy peasy. Garden tended. Alright, and we'll just do these gobbler scavengers, and then we'll go talk to our teacher, because I think he's going to send us to Aquila. To the second Aquila dungeon. What is it? Olympic Games is what they call it. Let go. Like I said, easy peasy. Let's see what we got. Ooh, it's a chest. What will it be? What do you think it'll be? I think it'll be a star or a jewel. Oh, it's a vase. A red urn. Look at there. We got ourselves an urn. Y'all want to see what it looks like in the backpack? Where is it? Red urn. Here we go. It still looks dark. Do I need to brighten up my... Alright, let's head on over to my professor and see what is up. If he's gonna send us to Aquila again or not. Maybe he's just gonna give us a spell. Alright, I guess we don't have the next Aquila spell. We can head out to Aquila just to make sure, to ensure, but I swear whenever we were there, my professor told us to come speak to him. But maybe I was wrong. Okay, here it is. Good wizard. You've proven yourself time and again. You have won such accolades and awards, even the immortals are impressed. Have you heard of the Pit of Noxel? It's a stadium beneath Olympus devoted to the warrior's spirit and dueler's craft. The most fearsome and notorious gladiator of all time, Democritus, was trapped there by Zeus and his brothers, Poseidon and Hades. If you are truly confident in your abilities, Zeus welcomes you to try your wits against gladiator Diomedrus. If You best, Diametris. You will forever be known as Supreme Gladiator. If you fail, your name will still be recorded by the poets. This quest is intended for level 90 player or higher. If you find the combat too challenging, you can return later when you have leveled up. Okay, I don't think this is good for me yet. So, because I'm nowhere near that. You guys can call me a chicken if you want. Look at this. So, I guess we are done with Aquila and the side worlds. I guess what we're going to do is we're going to move to Marleybone, and it looks like today is going to be where we find the cats. So let's go do that. Let's go find the cats. We'll do side quest of Marleybone then. Alright, so we are going to do Marleybone side quest, and I guess we're going to start with the cats. We'll start with Zeke, and then we'll do Marleybone, the history of Marleybone, and go through and get all the books. We are going to have to fight some battles to get this done. So, hi Abigail, I love your name. Anyway, so, but we'll do it. Here we go. Stray Cat Strut. Hello, Abigail. Nice seeing you again. Are you liking Marleybone? I dropped them Beatles off at the conservatory. Now I'm looking for 10 stray cats. I've seen them running around everywhere. I bet you could find them a nice home. If you could chase them down, fetch them for me. I'd pay you handsomely for your help. Alright, that sounds good. It does. Alright, so we're going to start with the first one, which is, let's go ahead and put our thing on the quest, that way it'll tell us. Alright, find the Regent Square. That's where we're at. We're in Regent Square. So, Regent Square cat is right by Scotland Yard, which happens to be right over here. So let's go, Scotland Yard. And then you turn left, right? It's right over here. Or is it right? Darn it, I'm giving you bad instructions. Where is that cat? It's right by Scotland Yard. Here it is. You turn right. So you go to the professor and you turn right, and the cat is right here in the corner. So the Regent Square cat is right here. You guys can see. Right by Scotland Yard in that corner. Alright. Next up, Hyde Park. So let's go to Digmoore Station and get to Hyde Park. I really do hope to improve my tutorial skills. Actually, there is one in the Digmoore Station. So let's go ahead. I don't know why it jumped to Hyde Park. There it is, Digmoore Station cat. So, that one, you're going to walk into Digmoore Station, see? And then it is, you just make a left, and it's right here in the corner. There it is. As you can see, here it is. It's right by the pet snack vendor. Alright, now we can head to Hyde Park. Okay, at Hyde Park, you're going to go to the teleportation hub. You'll see Miss Conrail right here. You're going to turn around, go the other way. You'll go through the pavilion, and you go through, I do believe, or is it right here to the left? I think you go through to the other side of this pavilion and then to the left. Maybe not. Maybe it's up here. Oh, am I going right? Bad tutorial. Bad tutorial. that cat is around this pavilion somewhere. You go to the pavilion and then you turn left. Here it is. Okay. Yeah, see, the teleportation, Miss Conrail. Here's the pavilion, and you turn left. It's before you go in the pavilion that you turn left. I thought you went all the way out, but you don't. So on the map, this is what it looks like right there. That's what it looks like on the map. Okay, next up, Chelsea Court. Alright, once again, you go to the teleportation hub, and you're at the clock tower. So you're just going to kind of go forward, go around the clock tower, and up here to the left is the cat, right here. Check it out on the map. Look at there, look at there. Right by the Chelsea clock tower. Alright, next up is Ironworks. Alright. Hopefully these guys won't join me. Alright. So, to get the Ironworks cat, you have to fight the main guy in Ironworks. So I have to do the whole Ironworks thing. So we are just going to fast forward through this part. And we'll come back. I'm gonna have to do this twice too. Many hours later. Alright, here we are at Paps O'Leary. As you can see, the book is behind him, so we will have to come back here, and I don't know if they'll let us past him. If they will, I would like to not fight him, because I've already had to do this dungeon. I'm going to have to come back, as you guys can see. And looky there. Here is the cat in Ironworks. It's behind the Paps O'Leary, but you have to open the gate first, so you have to do most of Ironworks to get there. So, it's the same way for the book, which we'll be right back for that, but we'll get there whenever we get there. Alright, next up is Scotland Yard. So, let's go grab that cat. The Scotland Yard cat. How come? Alright. Towards Scotland Yard. So you can see the cat from Regent Squares. Alright. to Scotland Yard roof. You're going to go all the way to the roof, all the way up here. You're going to go past Watson, almost to Knight's Court. It's up here to the left, I do believe. I'm going to be wrong again. I'm not always wrong. Yeah, it's to the right. It's in the corner, right here, Scotland Yard roof. There it is. Check it out on the map. Did I do the map for Ironworks? I hope so, but I guess it's not necessary. Once you get back there, it's obvious. Anyway, Newgate Prison. All right. Or Knight's Court. It says Newgate's Prison, so let's go there. So for the Newgate Prison, it is right by the teleporter. So you go straight to the teleporter. Teleporter hub. Teleport hub. Okay. I had to say it the right way. So we have Officer Malone, and then you can see it already. It's right here behind these boxes. See? Right by the teleport hub. Awesome. Knight's Court. Once again, teleport hub. And then go right around here, and here it is. It's right here. This is it on the map. See? Right by the teleport hub. Alright, next up, Cat's Lab. Katzen Lab. Katzen Lab is just like Ironworks. So, we're gonna have to do this again. Do it again. Because we have to open up that final boss area before we're able to get to the cat. If I can figure out where I'm at. Alright, here we go. Many hours later. Alright. So, the cat is here at the end. It's you when you're facing the boss, you're gonna turn right. You'll go up and you turn right. You see the cat? Right here it is. There we go. So, that's Katzen Lab. I think the last one is Big Ben. Yep, which is another one that we're gonna have to do some fights in. So we'll have to do some fights for the book also, but it is what it is. Alright, so let's go to the Royal Museum and Big Ben and get this Big Ben cat. I do believe that he's on the 12th floor. 12th floor. You have to go, I think it's 2 rooms past the puzzle room. So, but for you guys, we'll be zooming it. Going fast. Many hours later. Okay, this is the puzzle room, so it should be right after this room. Or no, not right after this room. 2 floors after this room. It's right after the silver chest room. guess I accidentally. Okay, so it's snow, bird, dog, moon. Alright, there we go. We should be 2 from the cat. Okay, this is the silver chest one, so it should be the very next floor. Right behind these crates, here we are. And the map, I mean, yeah, it's not gonna show it, but here's the map. Here's the map, here's the map. Alright, so that should be all of them. We can go talk to Zeke. So let's go do that. Hey, you're quite the quack. You're quite the cat herder. Them stray cats never had a chance with you. That's right, Zeke. Job of the prospector ain't glamorous, but at least we know these cats won't ever be lost again. Don't that just beat all? Look me up again, pal. I sure appreciate a helping hand while prospecting. Alright, Zeke, no problem at all. We got Marleybone Explorer badge. Alright, now let's go pick up the history quests and get those done with this webisode. Care to learn the history of Marleybone? It's a grand story, full of adventure and intrigue. I mustn't speak while on duty, but you will find 6 original texts on our history throughout the city. Private collectors took them, but no one has cared for them. The books really belong together in one place. If you do find them all, come back to me. Alright, so we're gonna go grab them all, but I'm gonna grab Big Ben first, and then I'm gonna edit Big Ben to the end, because we've already got most of the bottom done, and I don't want to have to redo that whenever we already have to redo Ironworks and Katzenstein Lab. So we're gonna do that, and yeah, I'm also going to reset the recordings so that they're not so long. Alright, we're back. Alright, so let's begin with Hyde Park. So we need to go to Digmoore Station. Where's that at? There. Alright, let's go. Alright, so we want to go to the frat house, so we want the green teleporter. And hopefully if things work out, we won't have to fight. We can just read the story and leave. Grab the book and go. Ancient Marleybone. Marleybone was once a land filled with ancient dog tribes who warred with each other constantly. The tribes battled each other with tooth and bone until one rose up to unite them all. Bearmont, a mighty hunter, won over all the other clans by defeating them in a mighty battle. Because of the great loss of life, it was sworn then that all dogs should only strive for peace. Since then, the tribes began to pursue the betterment of all dogs through arts and sciences. Beautiful! I enjoy learning about ancient Marleybone. Alright, next up is Chelsea Court. Alright, so we want to go to the clock tower. It's right by the teleport door. Grab the book and go. Theories of Marleybone. It is believed that when the world was larger than it is now, the Marleybone that we know of today was once connected to other lands. Other worlds, such as Wizard City, Krakatopia, and Grizzleheim, are thought to have once been a part of the same huge land that once joined together. It is thought that a galactic catastrophe caused the land to split apart. Primitives believed that the world was part of a great tree that broke apart after a great war. But most scholars today believe this to be rubbish. Most scientists believe the ancient land was struck by a large bone flying through space. Oh, how funny! They think that explanation is less rubbish. Well, I think all the explanations are very adorable. Okay, next is Ironworks. Okay, this one, we've got to do most of the dungeon because we have to open up Pops O'Leary. Okay, so where is Digmoore Station? How come I can't ever find it? There it is. Alright, here we go again. Here we go. Many hours later. Alright, once you've opened the door to Pops O'Leary, the book, as you can see, is behind him, so we might have to fight him. Hope not. Alright, here we go. Just want to get the book and get out of here. This volume is entitled Rebirth of Marleybone. As memory of the despised Marleybone kings faded, interest in ancient Marleybone grew. We call this era the Rebirth. Unlike before, this exciting period began not with kings, but with poets and scientists, including greats like Lady Chelsea and Sir Lawrence Hyde. Building on ancient knowledge, inventors developed the first machines at this time, such as the printing press, which made this book possible. Cool. Alright, so for Newgate's prison, we gotta go to Scotland Yard. To the roof. So we want to go to the old warehouse. There it is. Okay, I just wasn't seeing it. This volume is entitled The Golden Age. The rebirth had an impact on more than science. The kingdom itself would change, starting with Queen Ellen. Matters turned sour when a popular printer ended up in prison because he spoke out against the government. A revolt seemed likely. However, Queen Ellen released him and formed a parliament. Thus, Queen Ellen's reign is remembered as the Golden Age. All right, there's Newgate Prison. Next is Knight's Court. This volume is entitled The Spiral. While many great scientific discoveries occurred after the Golden Age, it would be a forgotten area of research that would change Marleybone forever. Harold Digmoore studied ancient myths for Parliament. One evening he spoke a line of ancient text and suddenly found himself in Wizard City. The discovery of the spiral and of power has inspired new scientific inventions, as well as the exploration of other worlds and our ancient past. Well, isn't that beautiful? All right, so next up will be Ironworks, right? Or would we be coming from... We would go to Katzenstein lab, right? Okay, because I'm all out of order. This is very discombobulated. I just wanted to be honest with you guys, but yeah, we'll go ahead and move to Katzenstein lab in the editing, and then boom. Now to Katzenstein's lab. So Katzenstein's lab is on Scotland Yard roof. I think Scotland Yard is a prison? I don't know. But I do know that the lab is on the roof. And we have to go through all the way to the end again. But I think this one's a little bit easier. Alright, here we go. Many hours later. Alright, once you make it into the lab, the book is kind of obvious. It's right up here at the top. This volume is entitled Modern Marleybone. Advances in science and magic have freed many Marleybonians from hard jobs like farming. Many now enjoy long lives and leisure. These advances have also allowed some to grow more powerful than others. These power shifts could unbalance Marleybone's stability if we allow technology to get away from us. Hopefully, brave souls will set things right. Marleybone will continue to act as a beacon of knowledge and enlightenment for many worlds as long as peace reigns at home. That's right. Yes. Okay, you guys. So here we're going to edit in Big Ben, and that'll be the final history. So let's go Big Ben. many hours later. This volume is entitled Marleybone Civil War. Tension between the cats and dogs of Marleybone peaked when Cat General Robert E. Leary waged war on all the dogs of Marleybone. The dogs fought back to keep Marleybone from falling into chaos. Dog General Sherman M. Bones defeated the revolting cats and preserved the political stability. Well, isn't that beautiful? All right, you guys, that is the end. And I'm just beginning to, so, all right. All right, so that is all of the histories. Let's go ahead and turn it in. We'll turn this quest in. That's it, you guys. I'm so grateful that you guys could join me on these. Hopefully I can cut them up and make it into a better tutorial. But thank you for joining me on this journey. I think that it was a lot of fun today. I hope that you guys had a lot of fun. Come and join me next week. Next week, we are going to be doing side quest in Marleybone. It's going to be my favorite type of gaming, where we just get to go to the quest and hit the button and see where it takes us. Oh, we do need to go ahead and turn in this quest, don't we? So let's go ahead and get that done. And then join me next week while we hit the button and see where it takes us. I never would have guessed it. You found all the books. They'll be safe with me. Here, take this with my thanks. Awesome. All right, beloveds, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you guys had a lot of fun. I know that I did. And I hope to see you guys here next week whenever we get to questing with all the side quests in Marleybone. We might even be starting with Abigail because she has a beautiful name, don't you think? I think so. All right, beloveds. Hope that you have a wonderful week out there. And as always, walk in love because you know this world needs you and your love. Yes, it does. Bye-bye now.